welcome back to my channel. I am Valerie and today we're going to be making a mesh sweater. Okay, so we're going to start off with a slip knot. I just wrap it around my fingers once, pull through that little loop right there, and make a knot. Insert your hook and pull it tight. So what I'm going to start by doing, you can make this two ways. You can either do a base chain and then work your stitches across your chain. So we're going to start by making your chain. 1, 2, 3. I know it's backwards, sorry guys. And from here, I will be working a foundation half double crochet. So what I do is, I don't make that first chain, I work into the original chain. I first insert into that first one made, so I yarn over and insert like so, yarn over again and pull up that loop. Now I'm going to make my first half double crochet on here. I'm going to get that on camera properly because this angle is really bad, but right now I'm trying to just fill in what my camera missed the first time around. So that's the first half double crochet into my original foundation chain. Now I gotta make another foundation chain. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna yarn over again, and I'm going to insert into that first chain again, pull up a loop. Now this time, instead of pulling through all three, I'm gonna pull through only the first one, making my next foundation chain. So this is the base chain for the next stitch, right here. It looks weird, but you'll see as we work it up, it looks a lot nicer. Then you're gonna yarn over, hold the chain, like I hold onto that new chain, the little loop here you see hanging out. I hold that and then I pull my yarn through my other 3 loops, and it opens up the chain so that you know exactly where you're working your next foundation chain. So you work into every foundation chain and then you create your stitch. So yarn over, insert into your first foundation chain made, so the next foundation, the next chain, that second one, not this first one here. See if I can get it on there properly. Yarn over and pull up your loop to make your new chain. Chain 1, chain 2, and now chain 3. Yarn over, make the half double crochet, pull it all the way through, and there's stitch, 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 chain, chain, and little chain over here, which you don't see properly. And you're going to make 57 of these for a size extra small, which is 28 inch bust, and basically a size 12. 10, 12, my daughter wears 12. So a size 12 or an extra small, a 28 inch bust. And this is how we're going to work it. This is just to get the shoulder started, so let's work on that next. For the original recording, I had already done a base chain, so I had chain 59, because this is chain 2, 2 chain step up, and then I just half double crocheted into every chain across. So you're going to have 57 half double crochet total from edge of one sleeve to the other edge of the sleeve. This top is being worked from the top to the bottom. And it's the end of row 1. Now for the next row, you're just going to chain up 1, insert into the first chain, into the first stitch, single crochet 1, and chain 5. We're going to be making a mesh stitch, and it's really a basic chain 5 mesh stitch. This is not my creation, this is a normal stitch. Everybody uses this, it's a lot of fun. It really bulks up your pieces, well, bulks. It adds length to your piece without adding bulk and adding fabric, which is really fun, and it makes projects a lot quicker to work. So you're going to skip 3 stitches, insert into the 4th stitch, and single crochet. And just repeat it across until you have, until you're in the last stitch, which is why we make a repeat of 8 stitches plus 1. The repeat pattern is 8 stitches. That one stitch at the end is to close off the pattern and to add that extra leg. and chain 2 and onto row 2. You're going to insert, or row 3, you're going to insert your hook and double crochet. So yarn over and insert and pull up a loop, double crochet. Chain 2 and single crochet in the next chain space. Chain 2 more, double crochet again in the following single crochet. And we're going to repeat this around. I like to call it the anthill stitch because it looks like a little anthill. It really does. Chain 2 and single crochet in the next space. See? Looks like a little anthill. And just repeat this across. And this is your basic repeat pattern. And we're going to do this 5 times. Actually, I think it looks more like an hourglass, but yeah, with the extra row on there, the pattern starts to look really cool. So let's work this up until we're done the sleeves. Now, for this part in the tutorial, I kind of skipped it over. I don't know how. I think I just accidentally didn't record it. My phone didn't do the recording that it was supposed to. So it didn't, we don't have, or the video of how to make the second part of the neckline. So it's very basic. I skipped 10 stitches from the first stitch here at the top, because we started working at the top, right? So I skipped the first 10 stitches, and then I joined with a slip stitch into the 11th stitch. The 11th stitch, I then chained 37, because it's 57 across. I chained 37, and then I slip stitched into the 11th from the other side. And then from this side, I just continued. I slip stitched all the way to the edge. So I slip stitched the 11th, 10th to the first. Then I chained and worked up the half double crochet on this edge, like you would have done for the first one, whether you did it in the foundation half double crochet or you did a chain and then worked your half double crochets. And from there you do 10 half double crochet, and you make sure that you do this properly, because you can make a mistake easily on this one and get confused, add and remove stitches. So try to get it in the first chain, and then make sure that when you're working in that chain, that 37 chain, you're making 37 exactly on the nose stitches. So you need 37 half double crochet stitches on the second part of the neckline, or I guess you call it the shoulder line, because it really does rest on your shoulders. The kid size is a bit smaller, so it really does rest on the shoulders, whereas the adult size hangs off a little bit more, and you have the option of adding different things to it. So if you're really interested, be sure to check out my pattern in my Etsy shop. It's linked down below in the description. And let's get on to the rest of this pattern. So clearly this is me realizing that I didn't get the recording that I needed to show you the other side of this, but it works out the same as the first side. You're just going to do the rows in order from the base once you've got your row of half double crochets. So keep going. And now I'm going to be joining the two sides, and we're going to work the torso in the round. Make sure that this is on the wrong side, so the inside out. Insert it directly into the stitch, the first stitch, and then grab the other side of the sleeve and insert it into that first double crochet that's there as well. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to slip stitch this together. It just makes it look nicer, and pull it tight, so it really does keep it closed. And we're going to chain 4. And jump to the next double crochet. So skip the 2 chain spaces and the single crochet, and slip stitch through that double crochet. Grab the double crochet that's in the other side that is adjacent on the sleeve, and insert your hook there too, and pull up your loop, and just basically make your slip stitch. And we're going to do this for four slip stitches and 3 chain spaces. For the fourth and final slip stitch, insert into that hook, into that stitch and go into the second one. I went back and redid this because I didn't like the way that it was holding, so I actually inverted and worked in the opposite side of the stitch. You'll see in the next part. So from here you're working the first row of your torso, so it's row 1, and you're going to single crochet into that first stitch that you slip stitched into, chain 5, and then single crochet 1 into the next one. And this is row 2 of your pattern, so it's your single crochet chain 5, and just do this all the way around until you get to the next side stitch, which is going to be the 4th double crochet from the other edge. So make sure that when you're counting it out, you really do have the right length on both sides, and it falls right below, like right after the collar or your shoulder strap. So you're going to see you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the one you're going to insert into, and you're just going to leave this sleeve unstitched. And this side is how I got it. I went back to find the 4th one. So first one, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And instead of going in through this side that you see right now, I'm going into the back side. It looks a little weird now, but when you work your stitch, I find it just makes it look so much prettier, and it actually holds it as if it was a properly sewn or seamed garment without having the seam. So I just love this seamless way of doing things, and I'll show you how to finish off the last sleeve later. We don't need to do that until you're ready to work the edging of your sleeve, if you choose to do an edging. So keep working around. You're going to single crochet into that same space that you joined in, and keep working your chain 5 single crochet around in every double crochet. Now flip your work right side out, considering we're working on the inside of this top. Flip it out. The first sleeve is a little fun, it's easy, there's nothing really to worry about it. And the next sleeve, however, you gotta play with it. My hands are smaller than Jade's forearms, so I had to really get in there. And just keep working up your body. It's gonna start to take a little bit more shape. It looks really tight and small. Believe it or not, it takes shape once it's on you. It's absolutely beautiful, or you can just block it. I don't block my pieces, I don't really see a need to it. I like my garments to have a little bit more stretch and pull to them so that we can be comfortable. So for the next row, this is going to be row 3 that you would have been working from your original top. And we're gonna we're gonna double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet again in that corner stitch, this is the side, obviously right below the armpit. We're going to be doing an increase, so it's a V-stitch increase, and then I will show you the next step of the increase through the next row. It's a 2-step increase. So keep working that around. As you saw, we increase, that's the V-stitch. So from this V-stitch, you're going to chain 1, insert your hook into that first double crochet. You're going to chain 5, just like we're going to be doing for the entire piece, and work another single crochet into the second leg of the double crochet V-stitch under the pit. So work around, this is the front of the top, or the back, it really doesn't matter because they're identical. So work around. Oh, just noticed my computer is in shot. Sorry about that, guys. Taking it out. Now back to this. This is how we're going to do the second stage of the increase. So we're going to insert into the first one. You're going to single crochet, and just like every other row, we are going to chain 5 and insert into the next double crochet, see there's two side by side. That's what makes it confusing, because otherwise it's really just the same basic pattern. And then just skip your single crochet and go into the next. So you're always single crocheting in the double crochet. Makes your increase so simple to remember. Make sure to just complete your increase on both sides the same way. For the next row, we're going to be working again row 3 of the second row of the pattern, which is the double crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2. Now for this part, I'm just going to let you go on your own. You don't really need a guide as to how long you need to make it. Just repeat rows 2 and 3 until you have your desired length. And here is the completed piece. I didn't make it very long because we weren't sure exactly how long she wanted it. And this is my pretty little girl showing it off. She absolutely loves this top. It's soft, it's stretchy, it's fun to wear, it doesn't make her sweaty, and it's just so cute. You can make it in any color you want, or every color, because it works up so quickly. It took me less than 2 days to make. I'm considering making it into a dress for, if not her, but for Haley and Luna, because they love, love, love this shirt, and I have mine as well. So we will all have a matching set. If you want to make your matching set for you and your daughters, or you and your little sister, if you crochet, it's a lot of fun. It's super easy, and as you can see from the pattern, the video, it's not that hard to follow. Once you get the basic pattern down, you're good to go. I would love to see what everybody does. I would love for you to comment down below. Let me know if you're making it in the same colors as me, if you made it in different colors, if you've made it longer or shorter, or I want to see everything you do. The whole point about creating is to be creative. Make it the way you want to make it how it makes you feel good about wearing it, or feel good about giving it to somebody, and just have fun with it. That's the most important part about crafting. So until next time, if you like this video, don't forget to let me know down below by pressing the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.